The ice may be here, the snow may be falling, but also here, big man. January transfer window, welcome back to Fog Football. Jamie, big Jamie, alright? Big Jamie Mccart, double winner. He's signed for the Jambos, alright? So let's talk about that. That's a confirmed deal. Yeah, maybe yesterday's news, alright? But he could be featuring tomorrow. Let me just point out. See, there's nice Scottish Premiership action on a Saturday. How do you get your hands on one of these games? You know what, seriously? What is going on for Fog Football? I need to know. There's nothing to actually talk about in regarding to the games. Nothing on the telly. Can't watch it. Maybe next week I might need to go to one of these League 1 or League 2 games just to get a wee feel of them, you know. Anyway, I mean, this is a good deal for St Johnstone's double cup winner, whatever. Because you're going to a big club in Hearts, obviously coming from, I believe, Rotherham United. I mean, I just don't get players that, like, why? I mean, I understand why you might leave St Johnstone, but at the same time, I mean, cup winners, that St Johnstone team got absolutely dismantled, and it's not like every player went on to bigger and better things. They're going to teams in, like, League 2 and League 1 after a cup double. Like, how soul-destroying must that be if you're a St Johnstone fan witnessing that? But St Johnstone, well, I don't think anybody will be returning to them or going to them anytime soon. That's halfway decent, because it looks like the Championship's calling them. To be brutally honest, but this is a very good deal for Hearts. They're getting a guy here who's won cups in Scotland, which is a rarity over the past decade. It's mad to think a decade now. It takes you back to 2015 troops, doesn't it? 2015. Jeez, oh, time flies when you're having fun. Good deal though. It's undisclosed. 27, a lot of years ahead of him. Centre back. It's an area where, I mean, if Hearts could just keep their guys fit, they're pretty strong at that area, but they can't keep their guys fit, so that's out the window. But like, speaking of guys that are fit and have got plenty of years left in them and also play centre back, let's speak a wee bit about Jonny Evans. There's already been a bit of a discussion about Jonny Evans going to Rangers Football Club. Right, this is a tricky one, because we're talking about a guy that's like, what, 36, 37. Could he, I'm saying, Boyd, was it, no, not Boyd, but I'm seeing people on podcasts speaking about, he could play the sort of Davy Weir role. And you know what, it's like when they talk about sports science and all that stuff, it's like, you're right, if he's playing like 61 games at what age, like 41, 42 Davy Weir was towards the end of that season, and I believe it was, he might have been a wee bit younger than that actually, but the point is, older than Evans, it can be done. And give me big Jonny Evans every day of the week, as long as it makes like financial sense. Big Jonny Evans, I'm sure he's a Rangers man, alright? I'm sure he would love to play for the Glasgow Rangers, and what a way for Jonny Evans to blow out his career. But he has won, obviously, of course. How many Premier League titles has Jonny Evans won actually? Can't actually believe he's won about 2, wouldn't he? And then he went to West Brom, was at Leicester, and is now somehow back at Manchester United. Work that one out. You know what I mean? It's crazy, but yeah, I would give this deal a green light from a Rangers perspective, if it can make sense financially. I mean, I'm seeing Rangers as well linked with Nathan Patterson. I mean, that just seems like an absolutely unbelievable window if you could get like Jonny Evans and Nathan Patterson in, considering who the links have been with, because there's been not much links, like. And Nathan Patterson, the only thing is, if we're getting Patterson on a 6-month loan or whatever, he has to start. This ain't 2020, 2019 anymore, folks, where, well, maybe Nathan Patterson isn't good enough to start over Tav. It's 2025, he's certainly more than good enough to start instead of James Tavernier. It's quite that simple. Tavernier is done. I mean, the Old Firm proves that. You know, I mean, that game alone proves it. Loads of other games this season have proved it. And again, it's not all his fault, but he needs to go. He's the captain, and I actually want a good captain. I mean, a guy that's fearless, a guy who gets stuck into the opposition, wants every single point available. James Tavernier, I mean, he might want every throw-in and every goal kick and every corner kick and penalty and free kick to himself, but does he truly want every point that's available to Rangers Football Club? I think that's a wee bit more up for debate in that department. But finally, moving on to Rangers, we get Celtic, because Jota not had the greatest time since leaving Celtic from a footballing perspective. In terms of lining his bank account, hell, it couldn't have been much better. This big move to Saudi Arabia, obviously now he's back in Ligue 1 at Rennes, and I'm seeing a lot of Celtic fans shooting it down, saying he had his time at us, it was great, he's been on to make a lot of money playing a better league, and there's going to be better options out there than Celtic for Jota. I mean, you could argue that, but I don't know, would you bet big money on it? Would you bet big money on it for Jota having much better options out there than Celtic right now? Because I mean, if he's had a floppy stint at Rennes, then I don't really understand. Is he going to be touching the ceiling? Because we all thought when he left Celtic, now he went to Saudi, maybe he'll get a loan move to the Premier League or whatever. But I mean, that's now two left wingers. Ryan Kent first, a couple of earlier days this week, and now Jota. Could they both be on their way back to Glasgow? Weirder things have happened. Anyway, guys, that's it for Fog Football. Bit of a transfer recap here. It is cold, it's freezing, it's snowing right now as I'm recording this video. Peace.